What's up, guys? Matt Moda here with Crossing Broad, here to talk to you about the Red Sox versus Phillies game tonight. I'm going to have three home run predictions for you guys to lock in for this Phillies game tonight. They're looking to go for the sweep against the Red Sox. Let's see if they can do so. The bats really haven't quite shown up in really either of these teams in this series. Phillies scored 4 runs yesterday, 3 on Monday, with the Red Sox scoring 1 yesterday and 2 on Monday. But the Phillies, Christopher Sanchez was awesome last night, threw a complete game, allowed 1 run, struck out 10 batters. As for tonight, Jesus Luzardo is on the mound for the Phillies. Who knows what the heck to expect from him? He could pitch a gem, he could get shelled. We have no idea. With Lucas Giolito on the mound for the Red Sox, having kind of a renaissance to his career. He took a couple seasons off of the MLB, now is back, having a decent year. Again, I'm going to have 3 home run predictions for this game tonight. To do a quick recap from yesterday, had Schwarber, had Harper, was able to get one of those guys. And thanks to the odds, that does mean some profit. Schwarber came through with a home run for us. Bryce, I kept chasing him. I kept not having success doing so, but at least Schwarber was able to come through. First pitch tonight, scheduled for 7:05 p.m. Before we get into the plays, remember to like the video, remember to comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started and to get in on the action. And let's jump right into our plays for today. And for the third straight day, I'm going back to Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run. Don't love the odds here. Obviously, plus 200 is pretty short for a batter to hit a home run. Maybe up the unit size on this one a little bit compared to the other two. I like to have it so as long as one guy hits, we are profiting. And for Schwarber, I normally put a quarter unit, just put like maybe 0.4 on Schwarber tonight. Regardless, as long as he's hitting the ball the way he is, as long as the matchup is there, pitching matchup, weather factors, all that stuff, just go right back to Kyle Schwarber. And for this game tonight, this is actually the best the weather factors have been for a home run of this 3-game series. Now, obviously, if you just isolate the stadium, Citizens Bank Park is always going to be a hitter-friendly stadium. They got the short outfields. But for today specifically, they got 9-mile-per-hour winds in Philly blowing directly out, just straight towards the outfield. That's going to help with carry. The previous 2 games, the wind had been blowing in. Now, obviously, Schwarber managed to hit a home run yesterday. Max Kepler hit one yesterday. And then on Monday's game, the only home run hit was Jarren Duran. Expecting things to open up a little bit more today from a scoring perspective. As for Schwarber, there really isn't a lot of analysis needed to tell you how good Kyle Schwarber is. He's been fantastic the entire year. Instead of waiting for June Schwarber, he just started mashing in March. 5 games since the return of the All-Star break. He's got 3 home runs in these 5 games. He's got 9 hard hits, got 3 barrels in those 5 games as well. The home run he hit yesterday, 102 miles per hour off the bat, traveled 410 feet. And he also had another hit with exit velocity of 102.6 miles per hour EV. Just that one was a ground ball, so obviously was never going to be anything, but hitting the ball hard is really all you look for. And you look at this 5-game stretch for Schwarber, his ability to put the ball in the air with a fly ball rate at 45.5% and his ability to pull the ball at a 63% pull rate, that's a big reason why he's been able to hit these 3 home runs in the 5-game stretch. If you hit the ball in the air and you pull it, those are 2 very good things for hitting a home run. Also, if you hit the ball hard, that also is pretty important, which Schwarber does. Now, looking at Lucas Giolito, he really hasn't allowed a ton of home runs this year. Granted, he hasn't pitched the entire year, but he's only allowed 4 home runs to lefties all year. You look at his advanced numbers, I'm talking like barrel rate of 8%, hard hit rate 46%, fly ball rate of 30%. That does not show a pitcher that is incapable of allowing a home run to a lefty. So I do think that his home run numbers a little bit make it look a little bit better than he actually is. And with Schwarber in a good weather situation at home, just keep going with him. Again, plus 200 at BetMGM. The last 2 guys that I have are actually both going to be on the Red Sox. It's Romy Gonzalez as our second play to hit a home run. He is at plus 450 odds at BetMGM. Now, if you look at the Red Sox and you look at how their hitters have performed post All-Star break, none of them are really going to look that impressive because when you look at the recent sample size, their last 2 starting pitchers they've had to face, Zach Wheeler and Christopher Sanchez. Now, they were able to get to Zach Wheeler a little bit, but Sanchez pitched an absolute gem yesterday. So instead of trying to chase recent form with the Red Sox, what I'm doing is backing 2 batters, and the first one obviously being Romy Gonzalez, who have really, really good numbers against left-handed pitching. And I will get into Jesus Luzardo, as I mentioned, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde for him. Who knows what to expect? But when you look at Romy Gonzalez, he leads the Red Sox in ISO rate against left-handed pitching, 311 is what his ISO rate is. And his barrel rate against lefties on the entire year, 15%. Now, the Red Sox have hit lefties pretty hard all year. Romy Gonzalez leads the team, again, in barrel rate and ISO rate. You look at somewhat recent form, the last 6 weeks for him against lefties, all those numbers go up, 16% barrel rate. And you look at his hard hit rate, 74% with a 42% fly ball rate. That is an excellent, excellent combination of barreling the ball up, hitting the ball hard, and putting the ball in the air. Now, I will admit he's got a high strikeout rate. His strikeout rate is 29% against lefties. We can accept a high strikeout rate with guys that, when they make contact, do really good things with that contact. If you look at some of the best home run hitters in baseball, all have a high strikeout rate because they try to swing for the fences. Now, you look at Luzardo. Even in the games in which he has struggled, it hasn't always come in the form of allowing home runs. Now, that brutal 2-game stretch where he allowed a combined 20 earned runs, he allowed 3 home runs in that stretch. But last start, he didn't pitch well, and he allowed 2 home runs in only 5 innings pitched against the Angels. The Angels are another righty-heavy team. So Gonzalez, in a good situation against a pitcher who really has no consistency from start to start, in a good weather situation is what I meant to say. I think he's worth a play, plus 450 at BetMGM. And then the last one that we have for today is Ceddanne Rafaela, who I like to call Rafael the Ninja Turtle, taking him to hit a home run at plus 575 at BetMGM. Really, really, really good price on him, obviously at the plus 575. Now, again, on the entire year, Romy Gonzalez has the best numbers against lefties. In that same stretch, so the entire season, Rafaela has the second best numbers on the Red Sox in terms of ISO rate and barrel rate. But when you look at the last 30 days, you could actually make a pretty easy argument that Rafaela the Ninja Turtle has the best numbers against lefties. He leads, again, this is the last 30 days against lefties. He leads the Red Sox in ISO rate, 385, so even higher than Gonzalez's season total, which kind of makes sense because obviously recent sample size is always going to be a little bit outlier, good or bad. And then his barrel rate over the last 30 days against lefties, 17%. Really, really good numbers. Now, in the 5 games since the return of the All-Star break, Rafaela has not quite returned to the form that he was showing previously, but he was fantastic, phenomenal, heading in to the All-Star break. You look at the last 30 days, and this includes a time off, and it includes this 5-game stretch. So it does still include a sample where he hasn't been hitting that great. Rafaela is tied with the 5th most hard hits in the MLB with 38, got an impressive 10 barrels in that stretch as well. So if you were to look at like July 1st to July 14th before the All-Star break, he would have been tops in the MLB in a lot of categories. So when you kind of put everything together, the nice price at plus 575, the nice weather that is in a hitter's ballpark against Rafaela, who has some recent form and a pitcher who doesn't really garner a lot of trust, I think makes him worth a great look for a home run tonight. Worth a sprinkle, at least, is what I'm trying to say here. But that's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Go to BetMGM, promo code CROSSING to get started. Lock in Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run. Lock in Romy Gonzalez to hit a home run. And lock in Ceddanne Rafaela, the Ninja Turtle, to hit a home run. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, of course, all that good stuff. Make sure to bet responsibly, and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.